Hello, I'm Jacob with the Virtual Technology Assistance Program at Thomas Nelson Community College. Today we will be covering using the keyboard, using the Shift and Caps Lock keys, what some various special keys are used for, and how you can learn to improve your typing skills. And of course, this video has timestamps, so feel free to skip forward. Here in front of me, I have a QWERTY keyboard, which can be identified by the first 6 letters of the top row of letters. You can see it spells Q-W-E-R-T-Y, QWERTY. The QWERTY keyboard was originally designed to prevent typewriters from jamming by separating keys that are commonly paired together. There are other keyboard layouts that boast faster type times, such as the Dvorak keyboard, and most languages have their own keyboard as well. But for the purposes of this video, we will be focusing on the QWERTY keyboard. I've linked further reading in the description if you would like to learn more. On the keyboard, we have 3 rows of letters surrounded by numbers, a space bar, and other keys for special purposes on a computer. When not typing, your fingers should rest on the home row, the row in the middle, with your left index finger on the F key and your right index finger on the J key. Most keyboards, including mine here, have a little tiny bump on these 2 keys, making it easier to find them when you're not looking at your keyboard. The Shift key is very important for typing, as it allows you to use a key differently when you are holding it down. When using the Shift key and a letter, it will change from lowercase to uppercase. When using it on a key with multiple symbols printed on it, such as on the number row, you can see that it'll change to the symbol that is printed on the top of the key. The same is true for the symbol keys. The Caps Lock key is useful if you know you have to type many characters as uppercase all at once without pressing the Shift key. Just press the Caps Lock key once to toggle it, and everything you type will be in uppercase. And you can press it again to toggle it off. The Shift key will also let us temporarily output a lowercase character when we have the caps lock on. So I'm going to turn on the caps lock, and we can press the Shift, hold down the Shift, and the characters will be in lowercase. Now, it is important to note that the caps lock key will not affect any key with 2 symbols on it. The number row and special characters will still need the Shift key held down to use the symbol printed on it. So you can see I'm in caps lock. And if I press any of the number keys, it prints out the number. If I press any of the symbol keys, it prints out the symbol that's on the bottom. Now I will need to hold the Shift key, and now it prints the symbol that's on the top. There are also a few other keys I would like to show you. The Enter key will bring you to the next line. The Tab key is useful for inserting a space of about ½ an inch. Notice how it moves the insertion point to the right a couple of spaces at a time. This is very useful for programming and also for formatting research papers. The Tab key is also useful for using web forms and moving to the next text object without needing to switch your hand to the mouse. The insertion point is the blinking line you see on the right. Pressing the backspace key will delete all characters before the insertion point. And with the delete key, if we move the insertion point over before the word delete, pressing delete will remove characters that are after the insertion point. You can move the insertion point by using the arrow keys. You move them up, down, right, or left. You can also use the end key to jump immediately to the end of a line, the home key to jump immediately to the beginning of a line, the page down key to jump to the bottom of a page, and the page up key to jump to the top. I will also be covering the Windows key, Control key, and Alt key in an upcoming video on keyboard shortcuts. As soon as it is published, I will link to it in the video description. A useful tool for learning the keyboard further and learning to type faster is the free website typingclub.com. So I'm going to go ahead and click Get Started. If you are new to using the keyboard, I encourage you to click Lesson 1 to begin, or if you have some familiarity and don't want to start at the very beginning, you can take a placement test, which is what I'm going to do now. So I just completed the placement test, and I unlocked 233 lessons. If you would like to save progress so you don't have to complete a placement test every time, you can click that button up there and sign in with Google. It automatically signed me in, but you can use your TNCC account to sign up by selecting Sign Up with Google, then entering your full TNCC email. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions about the material covered, be sure to leave them in the comments or send them to vtaptncc@gmail.com and we will respond as soon as we can. This was video 1 out of 3 in the basics of Windows 10. The next video will be focusing on using the computer mouse. Thank you for watching.